They hear the music. Yeah. So we got the teams that are the best team of from UEFA from Europe, and then we have the best team from America, the American continent that won the Copa America in 2024, and Spain also won the Euro Cup in 2024 against England, and Argentina won against Colombia. So we can talk about how this match counts for two titles, because the one that wins this match wins the World Cup, but also we can say that wins the Finalissima. Yeah. Yeah, we should cover that. I mean, if you see the context of the photo, it's crazy now because he's with the kid that will be fighting for the title, the World Cup title against him today. So it's pretty insane. How are the? I ask myself, how are the probabilities of that picture happening? You know? Yeah, it's insane. Yeah, I think Argentina's generation is pretty crazy because it's difficult to maintain a generation that wins two World Cups. You see the generation of Brazil in 2002 and 2006. They had Roberto Carlos, Ronaldinho, Ronaldo Nazario, um, Kaká, and then they won 2002, and they were the favorites to win in 2006. But they didn't took it too seriously to win in 2006. I think Argentina's of Lionel Scaloni is taking it seriously since Pelé. Yes. 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 And if you think about it, Argentina can start to think of being like the top two um, the top two best team in the world above Germany, because Germany doesn't have that amount of Copa Americas, and yes, the European Championships. And if there's still this debate of how many Copa Americas can mean winning one Europe Championship, but Argentina has so much Copa Americas that it's, if we can think of even more than the European Championships, because it's playing against Brazil, Colombia, Chile, Bolivia. I say Bolivia because when you play Bolivia in an altitude of Bolivia's capital, it's difficult to play. So CONMEBOL football is very difficult to play, as well as European football. But you can think about the same the same value or even more value of Copa America as the Germany. Yes. Yeah, and I saw a video last time, like 2 weeks ago, of how FIFA ranking works. And it works in a way that if you lose a game that you were a higher rank than your opponent, you're gonna lose more points that if you lose a game between an opponent that is closer to you in the FIFA ranking. Yeah, so I think, well, Spain, not even Argentina nor Spain are gonna lose that much points in the FIFA ranking. But if you think of the context of Spain's national team, they were not winning until 2008 Euro. Like, if you see 2002, they were in round of 16, and then in 2006 I think they were grouped, and then in 2010 they go and win the World Cup. It was not common to Spain to get to that level, and it's crazy because, well, Argentina has a history of, I mean, more uh, close to 50 years of winning things. Because from 1978 World Cup, and now the possibility to win in the fourth star in 2026. So I think it's pretty crazy for Spain. Yes. Hmm. Well, if you think of Argentina, Argentina is the first team in the history of World Cups to get to the semifinals without playing a top 15 team. And it's pretty. Yes, yes. I mean, they proved that they're good by beating England. And going back to that semi-final against England, it was a completely fault of Thomas Tuchel, the coach of England, because he sent all the defense back to their goalpost with 40 minutes ahead of playing. And that was a very bad decision because when Argentina did the comeback of that game, they didn't have enough strikers to do a last minute goal, and that affected. So, mhm, that's quite a while. Yes, I mean, um, I think it's gonna be the closest match, very similar to what we saw in 2010 of Spain against Netherlands. That it was 0-0 all the time. So I think the game is gonna be decided like in extra time, like it was decided in 2010. It's gonna be a draw. I think there are gonna be some goals of maybe Mikel Oyarzabal from Spain, and also Julian Alvarez or Lionel Messi. I don't see maybe, but I'm not so sure because Spain has been deciding these games, like the semifinal against Belgium. Mikel Merino did the last goal, and then in the round of 16, Mikel Merino also did the last goal against Portugal. So I think it's gonna be a little bit of luck from Spain because Mikel Merino does know how to see the last minute goals. That's like a talent from him. So that could be decided in the 90th minute or second extra time. Yeah, but you're thinking when you see professional players in the most important match of the most important competition of football in the world, you are going to think that they're prepared to take penalties. Like it's a homework because that's what someone professional does. They do their homework, they do their work. So thinking of these two teams to getting this final, I think it's good to think that they're prepared for penalties. Yes. Well, in well, did you saw the game yesterday of Kylian Mbappé scoring those two goals? You think he's gonna be the golden boot of this World Cup? Mbappe and then Messi. I think. Wait. Mbappe has. I think he has 22 or 20. Let me see. It was on Instagram. I saw it on Instagram. All-time record 22. I think. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Gianni Infantino on the Instagram. Kylian Mbappé is now the highest goal scorer in FIFA World Cup history with 22 goals. Today is gonna be mm, the last chance for Messi to get that record before the next World Cup because he's not gonna play it. So it's the last chance for Messi for 4 more years of him being the king of goals in the World Cup. Yes. hmm Well, let's see the lineups for today's play match. Yeah, sure. I can read them here in my phone also. Okay. Yes. So Argentina is going with a 4-4-2. Martinez is the goalkeeper. Defense number 3 Tagliafico, number 6 Martinez, number 13 Romero, number 4 Montiel. That's that's an that's that's new of Montiel because Montiel has been starting in the bench and going for a substitute. But now Montiel is a starter. So in the midfield we have Nico Gonzalez, number 15, Enzo Fernandez, McAllister, and Rodrigo De Paul. They're gonna do the creation of playing for Alvarez and Messi. And then in Spain we have number 23, the goalkeeper Unai Simon. Then Pedro Porro, Pau Cubarsí, Laporte number 15, and Cucurella in the defense. I think Cucurella is the best defender in this World Cup by far. Then, yeah, sure. I mean, I haven't seen much of Unai Simon in the penalties. Also, if you count the Nations League final against Portugal in 2025, it wasn't good for him. So if it goes to penalties and a normal match, Martinez. But if it's a normal match, Unai Simon because he has like only one game this World Cup that he had a goal considered. Yes. Messi. Because Lamine Yamal, I had seen him last games and was not what I expected because it was more of him making fouls. Like he was slightly touching, he fell to the ground. So I didn't see stronger. And also counting that Messi has a lot of more goals than him this World Cup. Yeah. So we continue with Spain's Rodri and Fabian in the midfield, and then the upper zone we have Lamine Yamal, Dani Olmo, Alex Baena, number 15, and Mikel Oyarzabal, number 21. So I think Luis de la Fuente went with his normal lineup, so we can see a great match today in 39 minutes. Oh, and sorry, Oliver. Spain goes with a 4-2-3-1. I th- I think Spain has a better midfield than Argentina because I mean the tactics are crazy. You have Dani Olmo creating spaces in the back for Lamine Yamal, passing to Alex Baena or passing to Fabian or passing to Roger Sabal. And then you have the Mikel Merino substitute on late match. A fresh player that enters in minute 90, minute 120, or close to those minutes can make the difference because he has, I think I already said, but he has that talent to see goals or to see the occasion to make a goal in the last minutes of the game. I'm gonna wrap it up. I have to go. I'm cheering for Spain because I went for Spain and I loved it. Yes. My prediction is 1-1 in the 90 minutes, then 2-1 on Spain, Mika Merino goal on minute 116, like Iniesta's goal. So Oliver, it was a great time. I thank you for inviting me. So subscribe to his channel, subscribe to mine, and then we'll see you again for other previews that we can do. Bye bye.